Hello friends, welcome to AQYS YouTube channel. This session is a part of our quick revision series. In our last session, we discussed the functions that are performed by Parliament in general. But you must know that we have the bicameral legislature. Okay, so there are two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. So we discussed about Rajya Sabha in the last session, we discussed about Lok Sabha as well. But these two houses, there are some differences. There are some differences in the powers. Rajya Sabha, it has some special powers, and Lok Sabha also, it has some special powers. So there are some differences. So let's talk about those differences. First, you must know that money bill, it cannot be introduced in Rajya Sabha. It will always be introduced in Lok Sabha. Now what is money bill? If you do not know it, listen to me. Money bill is a bill which is related to the financial matters like taxation, public expenditure, government spending, etc. So this money bill, it can be introduced only in Lok Sabha, not in Rajya Sabha. So this is a very important fact. There might be a potential question on this particular issue. Now remember that in Lok Sabha you have Council of Ministers, okay, and this Council of Ministers, it is accountable to Lok Sabha. Okay, the Council of Ministers, which is headed by Prime Minister, it is accountable to Lok Sabha, but it is not accountable to Rajya Sabha. As a result, no confidence motion, it cannot be introduced in Rajya Sabha. It will always be introduced in Lok Sabha. This is another important fact. Now what is no confidence motion? No confidence motion, let's try to understand. Suppose a member in the Lok Sabha, a member thinks that this government which is in power, this government does not have the majority. So a resolution can be passed asking the government to show the majority. So this is known as no confidence motion, and it can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. Okay. Third, Rajya Sabha has the power to create all India services. By passing a resolution, Rajya Sabha can create all India services, but Lok Sabha cannot do it. This is another important point. So all these 3 points are very important. Let me just repeat one more time. Remember, money bill can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. It cannot be introduced in Rajya Sabha. Second, Council of Ministers, it is not accountable to Rajya Sabha. It is only accountable to Lok Sabha. Third point, that all India services can be created by the Rajya Sabha by passing a resolution. And there is one more fact. Suppose there is a subject in the state list, okay, and Rajya Sabha thinks that this subject should become a subject of national importance. It means this subject should be included in the union list, and the central government should be forming the law on this particular subject. In that case also, Rajya Sabha can pass a resolution to include that state list subject into union list. Okay, so a subject of state matters, state list, that subject can be made a subject of national importance by passing a resolution. Rajya Sabha can do that. Lok Sabha does not possess that power. Okay, so all these facts are important. Now you hear this a lot, that a bill has been introduced in Parliament. Now let's try to understand how a bill becomes a law. Okay, so you have Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. So this is the arrangement we have, which is bicameral arrangement. Now this bill, it can be introduced either in Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. But remember, this bill has to be non-money bill. Okay, suppose we have non-money bill. Now this bill, suppose it has been introduced in Lok Sabha. Okay, now when you have an issue, you have to frame a law to govern that particular issue. So you need some analysis. It's not like you have an issue and you can frame the law. You need some analysis. For that, you have so many parliamentary committees. So that bill will be sent to a committee. Okay, for what? For the in-depth analysis. And this analysis will be done by a particular committee. Now, this committee will submit the report and Lok Sabha will decide whether they are going to accept or reject. In case if it is accepted, then Lok Sabha will conduct the detailed discussion, and after that discussion, that bill will be passed, and this bill will go to Rajya Sabha. Now Rajya Sabha can suggest the recommendations, can suggest the changes. Okay, and once this bill is passed by Rajya Sabha, it goes to President. It goes to President, and President has two choices. And President can either approve this bill, it means President can give the assent, or President can send this bill back for the reconsideration. Okay, so if this bill is passed by the President, then it becomes an act. Okay, so this is the process of the bill getting converted into an act. Okay, now let's talk about these committees. So a bill goes to a committee for the in-depth consideration. So these committees help in the lawmaking process. Besides the lawmaking process, these committees help in day-to-day business also. Okay, and remember one more fact, if a ministry needs some resources, okay, maybe they need some more resources to deal with a particular matter. In that case, the committee, a particular committee related to that ministry, will analyze why they need these many resources, how much resources they need. So for that analysis also, to analyze the demand of grants. So this is another duty which is performed by the committees. Okay, so remember, these committees assist in the lawmaking process, day-to-day businesses, and in-depth analysis of bills, in-depth analysis of demand of grants. So these are the functions performed by these committees. Okay, so we have more than 23 standing committees, departmental standing committees. So you can go through all those committees. Question might be asked on the basis of this topic. Now, see, the Constitution provides for smooth conduct of the business. So that's very, very important, because you know that Parliament is the center of democratic political process. Here you see the discussion, debate, and protest, demonstration, all these things are seen in the Parliament. And the most important thing, bills, they get passed. Okay, bills are getting passed in the Parliament. Okay, and those laws govern our society, so it's a very important place. That's why Constitution provides for smooth conduct of the Parliament. Okay, in fact, before anti-defection law, so many political defections would take place, but later on anti-defection law was passed, which was inducted through 52nd Amendment Act 1985. And let me tell you, we have made a comprehensive video on anti-defection law. You can watch that video. We will attach the link in the description box. Okay, so those political defections would create the disruption in the Parliament, would create the impediment in the smooth conduct of the business of the Parliament. But now we have 56th Amendment Act 1985, under which political leaders who defect, they can be disqualified. Okay, so again, let me repeat one more time. We have made a comprehensive video on anti-defection law. We will attach the link in the description box. Now I have provided the list of some important terms related to polity, some parliamentary terms. Okay, all these terms are very important. A question might be asked in prelims. Okay, we have calling attention, casting vote, demand for grants, expansion, finance bill, half an hour discussion, ordinance, private members resolution, question hour, quorum. Okay, so all these parliamentary terms are very important, and you can download these notes, you can revise all these terms, and if you have any doubts, you can mention in the comment section. And let me repeat one more time, these terms are very important. There might be a direct potential question in the upcoming prelims. Okay, so all these facts I wanted to discuss in today's session. And if you have liked our initiative, you can subscribe our YouTube channel for more such videos. You can follow our social media platforms for daily current affairs content. So that's all for today's session. I'll see you in the next session soon. Bye bye. Thank you.